Here's some random things that my strict parents took away from me and why. They broke all of my Billie Eilish CDs and all of my Billie Eilish merch, and it's because her songs were too sad and I listened to them too much, and my dad thought they were demonic. And my mom said that she was making me depressed. I promise, Mom, it wasn't the music. The next thing is TikTok. She said I was too obsessed with it and it was just weird. And then right when I was about to get it back, my mom saw a video about how China was stealing our information. The next thing is Hamilton. To be honest, I think my mom just found like the music kind of annoying. The next one was my boyfriend. And this was because we hung out one time without asking her. But to be honest, I heard her one time after we hung out during spring break talking to my dad at night, saying like, oh, like they're too close, like we need to get them to break up. But they'll never admit it, and when I confronted them, they were like, why are you eavesdropping on us? Walls are thin, don't talk so loud. One time she like banned me, or I guess like grounded me from my makeup for like a whole year. She said it's because I never like put it away after I like used it in the morning on my vanity. But to be honest, I'm pretty sure she was just looking for something new to take away other than my phone, because I was already grounded from that. But that's everything, bye guys.
Taking my hate comments like a bad boy. Your hair looks so flat, curl it or something. Your face looks greasy. Maybe because in that video there was literally oil on my face. But since I'm being rebellious, I'ma have to oil up even more. Y'all better be commenting bad boy because I just got oiled up for this comment. Anyways, be ready in 5. You're so dark, please use a lighter shade. In spite of this comment, I'ma get even darker. Bruh, not me being disobedient. Wear more mascara. Looks like I'm only curling my lashes today. I was like singing in one of my videos and somebody commented, never sing again. I'm gonna have to turn into Drake now. I already am him in the sense that I'm like rich, sexy, like kid. I might be too strung out on compliments, overdosed on confidence, started not to give up and start fearing the consequence. Drinking every night because we drinking my accomplishments, faded way too long on phone and out of consciousness. If you're still watching, comment devil emojis because I've literally been a teenage dirtbag this whole video. Bro, I'm such a bad boy. Anyways, bye guys.
Here are some TikTok trends that I think we all collectively as a group got over way too quickly. The mugshot trend. Guys, what was that?
In the back of the head, take me out there.
What was that? Why did everyone think it was cute to roleplay as criminals with black eyes and bloody noses? Like, you could never have caught me doing that shit. Everyone bringing mirrors outside to take pictures. Quarantine lockdown had us bored as hell because we could have easily taken the mirror pics inside, but no, instead we dragged these big ass mirrors outside to take pictures. Like, you could have never caught me doing. Whipped coffee. Did you even experience 2020 quarantine lockdown if you never made this? I swear to God, my sister made this every single morning, and personally, I think it tasted like 10 cans of Bunsen ass. The e-boy era. I don't know what the obsession was with the whole eye rolling and like finger thing. Like, it actually gives me nightmares. No matter how hard I try to block it out of my memory, this is all I see when I close my eyes. The devious licks trend. Everyone was just stealing the most out-of-pocket things from schools, like desks, chairs, soap dispensers, an entire fucking toilet.
I'm gonna tell you about another super dangerous punishment I received as a gymnast that involved these like straps that basically acted like handcuffs. The straps were used to keep us on the bar and we couldn't really let go or get out of them, so they were basically like handcuffs. Leg lifts were like a super common conditioning that like almost every gymnast did. They weren't a big deal, but my coaches figured out a way to turn them into a torturous punishment. We had these special bars that were against the wall that made it like harder to do the leg lifts on, but after the coaches got fed up of giving us 10 to 15 minute handstand holds, this is what we had. We would have 5 sets of 50 leg lifts, and each set had to be done in under 5 minutes. It was extremely difficult to make it to 50 leg lifts, not considering the time limit, but with the time limit, it was like almost impossible, and people would just kind of like give up halfway. Our coach got very sick of us coming off the bar halfway through the leg lifts, so she gave us these straps. These straps went around your wrist and around the bars and kind of like tied you to the bars, but the bars that we did the leg lifts on also had this like little place to rest your feet. So when your feet were on the little feet rests, like you were fine, you could get out of the straps. As soon as you took your feet off like the foot rests and like hung there to like start your leg lifts, that's when you were locked in. Like as soon as your feet were not on the foot rest, you were stuck to the bar. So our coach would start the 5-minute timer, and as soon as she did, you had to take your feet off the feet rests. So you would either just hang there and she would add more sets, or you would do the leg lifts as fast as you could, like your life depended on it, because it kind of felt like it did. The straps would hurt your wrists so bad, and they they redistributed your weight or something, because they also hurt my shoulders really bad, and you would get bruises on your back and like your heels from hitting the wall. You got 3 chances to at least make one of the 5 sets, and then after that, she would add sets. So if you originally had 5, then you would get 6 sets of 50, 7 sets of 50, so on, so on. I remember when she first told us that we had to do this, I was like, she's lost her mind. Like, she has literally lost her mind. This was one of the only punishments that I was like okay at, so I would rather have these than the handstand holds, but some people would rather have the 10 to 15 minute handstand holds than the leg lifts. At least when we finished all 5 sets in a row, she would nod at us and tell us good. Isn't that just like so fun and great?
I tell you, I had a criminal living under my house in the sewer. I swear this sounds like a joke, but you cannot make this shit up. Oh. So basically, on this specific day, I was actually dying, and I thought that I had to get my appendix out because I was literally like hunched over in pain, and I was like 12, and I just had gas. But my mom literally took me to the hospital because we literally thought I was dying, like dramatic ass bitch. And then we got to the hospital, of course, I felt better as soon as we get there. So we look on the news, and they're like, breaking news, there is an armed robber in my old town. I'm not gonna say it. And I was like, hold the fuck on, like, do we need to stay where, like, like, what is going on? Like, I feel like we should stay here. My mom was like, no, it's fine, we should go home. We go home, he's literally popping out of the sewers. My sister's, like, getting off the train, because we used to take the train to school, and he's just popping out of the fucking sewers, like, shit on him and everything. Like, this man was living in the sewers. The funniest part of this is I was getting out of the car, like, we were parking the garage, and my garage, like, opened on its own, and I literally screamed. I ran down the driveway screaming that the robber was, like, in our house, and it turns out it was just, like, my dog, like, because, like, he was outside, like, the movement thing. But, like, you don't understand, like, I was on the go, I was on the move. I was, like, going inside, like, shutting all the windows, like, locking up my stuffed animals. Like, I was so serious about this. When they said he was armed, I'm pretty sure he had, like, a shovel. There was police, like, running up and down the streets. Like, this was a movie. I found something sticky. Mr. Robber, literally, like, he was trying to escape to go to a different town to rob a different town. And I guess, like, he forgot a car or something because he just got on the train. And, like, I think he was wearing, like, a paper bag over his head, but he made it a little too obvious because they caught him. I obviously was, like, really happy that he got caught, but, like, I was a little, like, scared for the level of stupidity that he had. Anyway, yeah, so thank God I'm alive. I love you guys.
Ladies, why do we always think friends with benefits gonna work when we know that it's not? Ready with me? Let's talk about it. So when I was in college, I kind of tried to go to a college where not a lot of people from my hometown went because there was some stuff that went on with my family that a lot of them knew, and I didn't want anybody at my college to know my family stuff. That being said, I had a lot of issues getting close to people, and I really liked to numb that pain with the horizontal tango, if you catch my drift. But I didn't want to get close with anybody. I didn't want there to be a chance for us to catch feelings for each other. So I had the bright idea of being just like, not even friends with benefits, because I didn't even want to be friends with this guy. I just wanted us to like do our thing, have mutual understanding and respect for each other, meaning like we wouldn't sleep with other people while we were together. And then if he wanted out, all he had to do was help me. And in order for this to work, you really need 2 people who are very emotionally unavailable, which me and this guy both were very much emotionally unavailable. Now, this was going great. We would always have a really good time with each other. We really didn't like do spend the nights or hang out outside of that. We would see each other at parties, or he would meet me after games and I would call him, like things like that. But there was never anything more than that. Like we didn't text, we didn't call, none of that. It was very transactional, if I can say, but like I said, in a very respectful way. Now, because this had been going on for a while, the lines between like friendship was starting to get crossed. So we were actually starting to hang out a little bit more and kind of like become friends, which was very much out of my comfort zone. But I'm like, you know what?